Hello Pisces, thank you for tuning into this week's general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. And, excuse me, for the supportive oracle cards, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Oracle deck by John Holland. There we go. It's probably right in the back here too. Anyway, moving on. What do we have here for Pisces? Okay. This is interesting how this one's working out. Still shuffling, not sure why, but there we go. Although, no, I've used that deck recently, so I'm not sure why. Good. Alright, so. Someone's coming back into your life is my first thought. And this is very interesting because someone from the past left you with heartbreak. Someone from the past left you with heartbreak. And what I'm getting from this, I'm getting a very strong sense like you don't want, I don't know, wait a minute. Because I feel like there were good times with this person, but the way it ended or the way it moved on or went into its period of just non-connecting there. Let's just make up words, shall we? That was not good. Like, either they kind of just ghosted off, or there's a bad moment, something like that, where when it went into its kind of like its desert period, its quiet time, it did not feel good, and you were not happy with it. So there's a period here that it went without seeing this person. There's a period where you didn't see this person, or weren't connected, or not happy with this person at the very least, and it was a very lonely time, is what I get when it comes to the connection you had with that person. It seems like it was very unique. And I feel like that might be why this person still weighs on your mind, because it was a very unique connection. Now, it left you with heartbreak. It's almost like, I don't want to say unrequited love. I want to say just like your heart misses this person. They do. No matter how it ended, your heart still goes towards them. Whether it should or shouldn't, it does. Now, I do see them communicating back towards you. They seem to be trying to come back into your life. I feel you still kind of conflicted about this. Like, you know, this didn't end so well. Or there was a very bad moment here in the past, and you're remembering it. But your heart just seems to still go towards them. Again, whether it's right or wrong seems to be just doesn't matter. It's still there. Whether it's something you're comfortable with or not, that's a whole other story. But your heart's pulling you towards this person. And the Star card is between the two of you. You want to believe the best. I feel like you're very conflicted. And I feel like that's why this is so rough for me right now, because it's kind of like your head is telling you, no, this is not a good idea, stay away, but your heart's like, no, I want this to work out, no, maybe things can be better, maybe things have changed, maybe there's a reason for the past. Your heart wants to find an angle for things to be okay and for things to recuperate or reconnect. For that reason, your heart seems to be winning out. Even though you're heartbroken about the situation, you want this connection again. You want it again. So you're allowing it to happen is what I'm getting. If that's good or bad, that's a whole other story. You're strengthening bonds going forward. Now, what I'm seeing with this is you're going through the situation. You want things to repair. I just feel like part of you are just kind of like trying to accept this person for who they are. Whatever fell apart last time, you're trying to protect yourself for that not to happen again, or to at least have a better heads up about it. And I feel like you're strengthening that bond in the sense of like you're getting back in connection with them. This was a unique connection, and you want it back, and you're reconnecting. You're reconnecting in those unique bonds, those unique connections, those unique flavors, and you got the Chariot. Like you're starting. It's hard to not get caught up in the situation. You're getting swept right up in it. You are getting swept right up in it, and I feel like you can't seem to help yourself. As you keep going forward, you're having great thoughts about the future, but you're trying to accept, like, you know what, if this doesn't go well this time, if the same happens this time that happened last time, I just gotta keep it in mind that it could. You're trying to keep yourself grounded. You're not having a very easy time of it. With the Ace of Swords, I just feel like you're taking off with positive thoughts here. You want this to get better. I don't feel you pessimistic. I feel you very optimistic. You're trying to stay grounded. You're having a hard time doing so. You just want to believe the best. You want this to recuperate. You want this to return. And part of you is kind of like, maybe this is an ebb and flow relationship. Maybe they're here for a while, they go for a while. They're here for a while, they go for a while. You're trying to find every angle possible to be okay and to prepare yourself for this to happen again. That's what I'm getting. Okay. But this is a big reason why. The other person's connecting to you just the same way. They're coming towards you. They're feeling that connection, this unique connection. They're acknowledging this bond. I feel like some of you are even having a flat-out, frank conversation about what happened last time and what happened. And this person, they seem to say that, you know, this is why. They seem to explain why. They seem to have valid excuses. You seem to be okay with it. You want to be okay with it, though. Unique connection. It's a very unique connection, and that is why. Now, as you keep going forward, you got the Three of Pentacles with the Sun card. Whatever's not resolved, you're working to resolve. You're working together. They seem to really also acknowledge this unique connection, and it's not an everyday connection. In fact, in some cases, I will go as far as to say, maybe they didn't recognize it for the unique connection it was originally. And now that they've, you know, missed you for a while and come back into your life, they're realizing, you know, this is nothing to just take lightly. This is a very important, unique connection, and they want to honor it too. They're working with you to bring that sunny day forward. They're working with you and bringing a lot of resolution. This is like almost like one of those Disney readings, I swear. Like, it just seems like it's roses and sunshine all over the place. You know what I mean? Where, you know, unicorn poop, like, no matter what you're doing, it's sunshine and rainbows, every angle, I swear. It's really starting to feel that way. And I'm just like, are we serious? Because it does seem like that's where this is going. You're reconnecting, like, you get the Lover's card. Is that the Lover's card? Love, Lovers. That's the card that comes after the Sun card. You're working out your differences. You're both acknowledging things very right on the level about how things are going, how things are feeling. It's a very honest connection. I feel for a lot of you, this other person is acknowledging the fault of the past and them not understanding how unique and how special this connection was originally, which is why they came back and they want to honor it this time. And they're telling you they realize that they could have completely lost this connection and they don't want that to happen again. They plan to honor this connection. Whatever this connection may be, it's very, very important to them. And they seem to understand it more now than they did in the past. You may have understood it in the past, but they did not. They got joy and stability. Like, they're like this. You're completely accepting of this person. And I feel that they're acknowledging that gift. And I feel like they're acknowledging it to the point where they're like, they're lucky to get this back. They feel lucky to get this back. They do not think this can take another moment like this. They're very happy and fortunate. It's almost like, you know, walking away from a beautiful home and coming back a decade later and finding out everything is still intact, everything is still there. They just got to dust off the furniture, clean up the house a little bit, tend to the garden, and everything is still as good as it was. And they're just like, this is just really shocking, but they're also looking at this like they were very, very lucky that this is possible. They do not take this lightly. And they're thinking that it shouldn't have been, like, the fact that they were away for so long and it came back, they seem to be floored by it. They do not think that this, like, they were extremely lucky, for this to happen one time. They don't think they can afford another mess up like this. And again, this time they're understanding the connection a lot stronger. I don't see them like taking chances with it. They are really honestly sorry is what I'm getting. Apologetic, acknowledging your feelings. They are acknowledging your feelings completely. Because of that, this is a good card, by the way. Because of that, you're letting go of the past. This is the Six of Swords. It is the Six of Swords. I don't know if I can get my finger off the word. You're not... Pisces doesn't usually completely forget. I don't think... most water signs don't completely forget, usually. But they can forgive. You know what I mean? To a point. They don't usually forget the past completely. Usually they derive strength from the past and where they've been and what they've gone through. So I feel you letting it go, and you're not holding it against this person. You're taking your pain and you're putting it away. It feels acknowledged. But it's one of those things where if something started going south again, you would remember. You would. But you're completely forgiving this person. Completely. As much as you possibly can, you are completely forgiving this person as much as you possibly can. And I feel like a lot of you probably understand what I mean by that. So one of those things where it'll fade back to the far depths of your filing cabinet of your brain, and you just won't think about it usually. But once in a great while, when things go a little bit wonky, if somebody opens, like that little elf in your brain runs back and opens that file cabinet and says, "Don't forget this. Don't forget we went through this with this person." And you're like, "Oh yeah, that's right." And it's not like you're going to bring it forward. You may not even say anything. You might not even tell that person you're thinking about it, but it's there. Like, it's always there deep in the recesses of your mind. It doesn't come up very often, but I feel like it'll be there. But I also see you with the Page of Pentacles. You're not holding it against this person. It's not holding you down. Most of the time you don't think about it, but going forward, once in a while you'll think about it, and you'll use it as reference. And then you'll use it as reference in the sense of, like, what happened before? Do I think that's happening again? You know, you might be more communicative this time when you think, you know, something's going a little wonky. Like, wait a minute, last time, I remember these things happening. Is that happening now? I'm not really sure. Let me just get my 2 cents in there just to get things going, just to talk things out before I start speculating about what's happening here. It's not holding you down. It's just like reference, like history, not repeating history. You know what I mean? Like having a history book in the back of your brain. When appropriate moments come forward, you will remember the history of this and bring it forward, and you'll use it for your own advantage to just talk things out when you're a little nervous. But it's not like I don't see you holding it against this person in any sense. I feel like you truly are forgiving them and you're not throwing it at them in any way. I'm not feeling that. Just in the future, you'll use it as reference. And it makes, when you get uncomfortable at something, the memory will come forward and you'll be like, oh, you know what, let me just talk this out a little farther just to make sure we're not repeating history. But that's not a negative. I feel like that's a positive. This is going to keep you on track and help you build confidence, just to remind you you're not heading towards a bad direction and why things are better now than they were before. So it's a good reference point, in my opinion. Overall, though, I feel like somebody from the past you were very unhappy with is coming back in and making good on a situation, and you're actually going to be very happy with them going forward. A rare situation, in my opinion. To me, this feels rare, but it's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. Is there anything else here with this? All right, I think that's it. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.